It is a tragic case that has gone without answers for nearly 4 years. A Lexington 18-month-old was found unresponsive, later dying of an overdose.
We have covered Chosen Carter Wilson's death when it happened. Now an arrest has been made. The man charged with the child's murder was supposed to make his first court appearance today.
WKYT's Samantha Valentino shows us what happened instead and walks us through what led to Kadarius Warren's arrest.
August 2022.
It was very busy, lots of police cars, the fire truck, the ambulance.
18-month-old Chosen Carter Wilson was found unresponsive inside a home on Charles Avenue. The Fayette County coroner says he later died at the hospital. Neighbors like Gloria Dawson were left shocked and confused.
My question is, how, when, why?
Now, nearly 4 years later, court documents reveal the answers to some of those questions. Lexington police have charged Kadarius Warren with Chosen's murder. His criminal complaint says Warren called 911 and told dispatchers Chosen wasn't breathing, then ended the call and left the home before police got there. The coroner says Chosen died from an accidental overdose. According to court records, he had a lethal amount of fentanyl in his blood.
Nearly 1 in 3 of all child fatalities and near fatalities in Kentucky have been related to ingestion of substances over the last couple of years.
Shannon Moody with Kentucky Youth Advocates says leaving drugs in reach of a child, whether they're illicit or prescription, puts that child at risk.
We need to make sure that those are safely stored.
In Chosen's case, court records say a woman who lived in the home told police Warren and his girlfriend were staying there and were babysitting Chosen. According to Warren's criminal complaint, in December 2025, the homeowner told police that they allowed the couple to stay in the home in exchange for fentanyl. Last month, police say a known witness came forward with new information that Warren had told them he and his girlfriend used narcotics with Chosen in the room, then fell unconscious. When they woke up, Chosen was unresponsive. Thursday, Warren was supposed to appear before Fayette County District Court Judge Lindsay Hughes Thurston, but instead,
the detention center has advised that he has refused to join us here in court today.
In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Warren's bond is set at $1 million cash. He is due back in court on February 13th for a preliminary hearing. He'll be arraigned at that time if he appears.